All right. And now it's me again. No, just briefly. Okay. Did I go 20 minutes over? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're right on time. Okay. Okay. Actually, I went 7 minutes under, so you all should be thankful. Um, so the next thing we're going to do is workbook module 3. I'm going to bring up Christy Fry and Eric Alstrom to co-lead this workbook section. They're going to lead you through an exercise, and then you're going to be participating in a capacity building spectrum activity on that Menti app. So I will turn it over to Christy. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. If I could get everybody to just stand up and like shake it out a little bit. I felt really good walking up here. Just shake it out. We've been talking a lot about heavy stuff today, and I just feel like I needed a second to do that. So y'all can join me. um, so we were looking to see if we could find Eric for this activity. Okay. So we hear this term capacity building a whole heck of a lot, and you can sit whenever you're ready. We hear this term capacity building a whole heck of a lot. It's actually embedded in the GAP Act that is the basis of the funding that the EPA grants to tribes for their baseline environmental work. And so this language, although it makes a lot of us really uncomfortable, particularly staff who work in this area. Oh, there's Eric. Hey. We can't escape that there are these milestones that exist within our program. And so what we sort of wanted to talk about today, on your worksheet number 3, there's a whole paragraph on capacity building here and a place for you to take notes. But on this side, where it has a bunch of boxes, 6 boxes, and it's really talking about some of the definitions of capacity within the GAP program. And there are 6 statements, and there are boxes for you to fill in sort of the activities that lead to meeting that statement. So the initial statement is tribe has established an environmental program and completed an ETEP. So there are a lot of steps for a tribe to complete their first ETEP. There are a lot of steps for you to establish an environmental program. And so within this worksheet, that's sort of the expectation there. Online, there is those same questions, the same 6 questions. So once you've kind of thought through the questions that are on your workbook, you can go online and sort of place yourself and your program that you work with and where they might fit within that spectrum of capacity. What I really wanted to communicate is that this is not a test. This is not that somebody is better than somebody else if they've gotten this far with their programs. And we do recognize that there are limitations. There are certain programs that by statute, we cannot, like TAS, for example, is not is not something that tribes in Alaska are eligible for just based on the statutes that authorize that work. On the next page is a section which is tribally defined milestones. And I'm going to have Eric talk through a little bit about an example that he has for how he thinks of tribal capacity building.
Hi, good afternoon. Public speaking is not my strong point. It's actually my greatest fear. But we're gonna try to talk to you about tribal capacity building and the GAP form. I've been with GAP for 10 years, and on paper, GAP seems like a straight point A to point B, straight line. This is what you gotta do. But it's really not. I'm from Alaska, rural Alaska, and I've been thinking about this a lot. The best way I can describe it is berry picking is coming up soon. And in my area, the spots you want to get to, the best berry picking spots is a windy slough you got to go through. And you don't know what's gonna come around the next corner, and you gotta face those challenges when you come up to it, you know. And that's kind of like the GAP program. Not in my experience, it's not the same every year. You know, it's gonna change. The the channel may change, however you're gonna get there may change. A beaver dam might be there, but it's not like how EPA wants it. It's not gonna be a check mark box, but you're gonna have to meet those challenges and get through them. And the way I see it, when I was growing up, you're put in the driver's seat and your dad is trying to guide you the way you're supposed to go, but you're gonna hit a sandbar, you know. You're gonna run the boat up and it's gonna get mad, and that's just life. But it's that's what the what we're trying to explain is EPA is there to help, and we're guiding them on our lands on the way we want to go and where we want to get to where the berries are. And they have the tools and the money to get there, but we have the knowledge to get them there. We know where the channels are. We know how it changes every spring, you know. And just that partnership is a really powerful thing that sorry, that we need to embrace. They want to help us, but we got to show them the way, you know. Um, and that's the way I see when I first started, you know, with all the EPA lingo and everything, it was overwhelming. You know, they wanted to get from A to B in a just like that, but they didn't live in Alaska, and there's all those in between complications that we have to work around. But they're really there for us, and we need to embrace EPA and our knowledge of getting us to where we want to be. And yeah, I'm just a lowly gap guy, but that's what I wanted to say.
So again, in your workbooks, worksheet number 3, the first page is really sort of how you fit into EPA's definitions within this space of capacity building. But this second part is very much what Eric was talking about and helping through your indigenous knowledge to guide us to also help you reach the goals that you have set for yourself and for your tribal community. So that is the activity. How much time do we have? Because I think we had some time set aside for folks to actually work on that while they're here. 30 minutes. So as you're working on this activity, please speak with the people that you're seated with. Please get up and ask questions and talk to others. Your EPA folks that are in the room are here to help you think through this activity as well. We really designed this to be a cooperative and collaborative environment. So that is the goal. So please use this time to share and to reflect and to think about that activity. And for those of you who have the app and those of you who are visiting us from online, you have the ability to actually plug in where you feel like you are on that capacity spectrum on the Whova app. So thank you.